On the occasion of the 4th United Nations International Conference on Development Financing, that was held in Seville, Spain, the Alliance of Sahel States Confederation made its voice clearly heard, through a declaration that was read by the Prime Minister of the Republic of Mali, Division General Abdoulaye Maiga, on June 30, 2025. In the declaration, the Prime Minister announced with force the zeal and commitment of the Alliance of Sahel States Confederation heads of state to make the AES Confederation a pan-Africanist power. He pointed out the creation of an investment and development bank with an initial endowment of 510 billion CFA francs. He also noted that the AES Confederation is in favor of South-South cooperation, and called for bold reforms in the architecture of international financial institutions, and called on the international community to show more solidarity and disconnect terrorism from its sponsors.
Mr.
President of the conference, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, heads of state and government, Mr. Secretary General of the United Nations, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking on behalf of the Confederation of Sahel States, AES, I am pleased to extend to you the warm greetings of their Excellencies, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of FASO, Head of State, Army General Assimi Goïta, President of the Transition, Head of State of the Republic of Mali, President of the AES Confederation, and Army General Abdourahmane Chiani, President of the Republic of Niger, Head of State, and peoples of the Sahel, deeply attached to the ideals of development cooperation. Mr. President, for a decade, the Sahel countries have been facing terrorism imposed on them, characterized by the proven involvement of foreign state sponsors. Our commitment to our people is firm, to make the AES Confederation a pan-Africanist regional power and to improve their living conditions by putting an end to their torture and suffering. Thus, under the leadership of our heads of state, the defense and security forces of our three countries are courageously and relentlessly fighting these criminal and obscurantist forces, and we are certain of triumph. However, in the immediate future, our security efforts mobilize our national budgets. Indeed, a large part of our resources is devoted to the fight against terrorism in all its forms. This logic is self-evident in view of the manifestation of terrorism which hinders the achievement of sustainable development objectives and especially the need to ensure the existence of our states. Under the leadership of the founding fathers of the AES, concerned with promoting endogenous and sovereign development, several actions have been undertaken, notably the creation of a confederal investment and development bank with an initial endowment of 510 billion CFA francs, or approximately $1 billion. With a view to achieving effective financing, the AES Confederation, on the one hand, advocates investments that take into account national priorities and respect the sovereignty of states. On the other hand, it favors international cooperation, particularly South-South cooperation, in the areas of technology, innovation, science, agricultural transformation, industrialization, energy transition, and so on. Additionally, the Confederation of Sahel States also advocates for bolder reforms of international financial institutions and calls on the international community to show greater solidarity to disconnect terrorism from its sponsors. Finally, I would like, on behalf of the AES Confederation, to emphasize that in an increasingly tumultuous world dominated by multifaceted threats to international peace and security, financing development will require a paradigm shift by integrating the security dimension into our development programs, with the understanding that it must be based on prerequisites. The promotion of international peace and security while respecting national sovereignty and considering the deep aspirations of our populations. Thank you for your kind attention.